This TV off, ain't with my type activities, then don't you get involved. Hey, what? How many shit I seen? Send them all. Take a risk or take a trip. You know I'm tripping for my dog. Who you with? Couple sergeants and lieutenants for the get back. This revolution been televised. I fell through with the knickknacks. Hey, young, get your chili up. Yeah, I meant that. Hey, black out if they act out. Yeah, I did that. Hey, what's up, though? I hate them that's hating on them. Can they both? I hate them hating on them. And they both broke. If you ain't coming for no chili, what you come for? Feel like he entitled cause he knew me since a kid. I cut my granny off and she don't see it how I see it. Got a big mouth but he lack big ideas. Send him to the moon, that's just how I feel yelling. It's not enough. Few solid left but it's not enough. Few that'll reach that but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself but it's not enough. Hey. Hey. Monster! But somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. 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 Ain't no other king in this rap thing, they siblings. Nothing but my children, when they disappearing. I'm in a city with a flag. Truck just to play freeze tag with a bone to pick like it was sea bass. So when I made it out, I'm prophetic. They only talk about it, how I get it. Only good for saving face, seen the cosmetics. How many heads I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We up the plyometric. Ran up out of luck, so that's up.
Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets. Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. Starting from the 5. Spins right by him. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here we go, set. Here's Priest on the ground for the first time. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Award that tackle to the effort of Leatu Latu.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Gonna lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Pass play now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. He's going to be stopped right around the 37. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
We've set it down from 37. Give left side for Hall. That's a solid block in there. Springs him for 8. It's going to be 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'd really break the backs of a defense.
Wideouts getting involved in the ground game. Galloping inside the 40. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets drop 80-plus yards and take a 6-0 lead.
You know, Kate, I think one thing we've clearly learned about the analytics of this game at the NFL level, explosive plays matter. And to get one on the opening series, that has got to feel good for this offense.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. On the return, here's Anthony Gould. Here's a reverse. Showing a little burst so far. And that'll put him up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
We'll motion the tight end over. They'll run here on 1st down. They'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's a passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground, jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Back-to-back carries here. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
1st and 10 from the 43. Man in motion here. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. That throw intended for Tyler Warren, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Down the field, he's got Pierce. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
And the Colts. It's 19.
Running it with David Montgomery. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Lightning, take off.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
taken in by Mitchell, right side. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not.
Got the stitches. I learned to swim from all your background, but the truth's still the truth, nothing you can do. I feel it in my bones, won't bring me. Stop this, you can't stop this. You can't stop this. You can't stop this. I had a dream, and now I live it. Ain't it a gift to know it's God-given? I'm not gonna waste it. Stop wasting your breath. Stop speaking in whispers. Say that with your chest. No, not even close. Go ahead. You can't stop this. You can't stop this. Can't stop this.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the New York Jets. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. They'll come out throwing here on first down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
60 Eagles, 60
On first and 10, it's Hall. And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The Jets sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. This is Smith with a grab. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down. You look at this Colt defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
They absolutely have to avoid the penalties, have to walk that line between being aggressive and the ones that get you in trouble. The illegal contact, pass interference calls, they've got to make sure that they don't have those.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, a chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. This defense for the Jets, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Third down and 6. He'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd and 5. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game. But they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
They'll give the Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Colt defense. They're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He'll look to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A first catch there for Wilson and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they have that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Back to the ground with Hall. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 5.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw. Well, this one complete to Smith. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1.
2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Looking to throw. Open man is the tight end, Mason Taylor. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Hall want to give up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll drop the throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 15.
They'll take over at 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Pushing through the contact. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Colts 46-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And a completion to Wilson. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 32-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run him to Hall. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll look to throw here on first down.
They're looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game.
So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Second and 10. They'll set up to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here is third and quite a ways. Back to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. .43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Now it's second and 10. Back to throw here. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jets will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed. A bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. A false start backs him up 5, first and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Here's a give to Hall. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
That's a gain of 3.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now back to throw. Going for it all. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. Sheds off the tackle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. He'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here's a 2nd and 7. And it's caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Colts pick it up. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. They'll look to throw here. Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on. Their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. A handoff for Hall. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And whatever adjustments they made at intermission, they're working because the first half they didn't look so hot. Now they seem to be clicking.
And you know me really well, partner. A lot of the time I like to downplay the idea of adjustments. Maybe it's just they executed better. But in this case, I think you're right on to something. They look so much sharper, so much better. They obviously saw something they needed to change, and they did exactly that.
Change is working right now. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They go play action here on 1st down. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Alec Pierce, a dynamo since the break. 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the Colts get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after here coming up. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
19 Tigers, 19 Tigers, go!
He'll look to throw. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Jets 1st down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, break! Set! Bronco 80! Let go!
Thompson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Looking here for Smith downfield. That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
At the 21-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Jets. First down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
It's a quarterback sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop it right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Running with slant, and he finds Mitchell. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he gets this one just shy of 40, down at the 39. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 7.
Let's go. Bronco 80.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That one finds Pierce right side. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 42 yards.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
And on fourth down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Running free at the 45. Breece Hall. And finally taken down at the 15. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 72 yards.
The Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
70 live.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jordan. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Indianapolis, it's a rare win, just their second in these first 8 games. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.